Once upon a time, in a quiet meadow surrounded by lush green hills, there lived a little rabbit named Ruby. Ruby wasn't like the other rabbits in her warren. While her friends spent their days nibbling on clover and hiding from hawks, Ruby loved staring at the clouds, dreaming of adventures. One day, while exploring the far edge of the meadow, Ruby saw something extraordinary. Near the old oak tree by the river, there was a strange, shimmering light. Ruby's curiosity was sparked, and she hopped closer to investigate. As she approached, the light grew brighter. Then she saw it, a floating island, hovering just above the ground. It was tethered to the oak tree by glowing vines. The island was magical, with golden grass, a sparkling stream, and tiny glowing trees. Suddenly, Ruby heard a soft, melodic voice calling out, "Please, little rabbit, can you help us?" Ruby's ears perked up. "Who's there?" she asked. From behind one of the glowing trees emerged tiny winged creatures no bigger than her paw. They were Spritelings, the guardians of the floating island. "Our home is in danger," said Lila, the leader of the Spritelings. "The glowing vines that keep our island anchored are weakening. If they snap, we'll float away forever." Ruby's eyes widened. "What can I do to help?" she asked. Lila explained that the only thing that could restore the vines was the starroot flower. This rare flower grew deep in the Shadowy Forest, a place no Spriteling had ever dared to go. Ruby's heart pounded, but she nodded firmly. "I'll get the starroot for you. You can count on me." The Spritelings cheered as Ruby hopped off toward the forest, her fluffy tail bobbing with determination. The Shadowy Forest was unlike anything Ruby had ever seen. The trees were tall and twisted, and their branches formed eerie shapes in the dim light. Strange noises echoed around her, and shadows seemed to move when she wasn't looking. As she ventured deeper, Ruby came across a wide, rushing river blocking her path. She noticed a fallen tree nearby and pushed it over with all her strength, forming a shaky bridge. Taking a deep breath, she hopped across, her heart racing, but her determination strong. Further into the forest, Ruby met a cunning fox named Felix. He stood in her path, his sharp eyes glinting. "Well, well," Felix said with a sly grin. "A brave little rabbit, all alone in the forest. Where are you going in such a hurry?" Ruby took a deep breath. "I need to find the starroot flower to save my friends," she said. Felix tilted his head. "I'll let you pass, but only if you answer my riddle." Ruby nodded. Felix asked, "I have keys, but no locks. I have space, but no room. You can enter, but never leave. What am I?" Ruby thought hard, then smiled. "A keyboard," she exclaimed. Felix laughed. "You're clever, little rabbit. Go on, but be careful." At last, Ruby reached the heart of the forest. There, a single beam of light illuminated the starroot flower. Its golden petals glowed softly, and Ruby carefully plucked it. Suddenly, the ground began to tremble. A giant shadow loomed over her. It was the forest guardian, a towering bear made of vines and bark. "You must prove you are worthy to take the starroot," the guardian rumbled. Ruby stood tall, despite her fear. "I don't want this flower for myself. I need it to save my friends and their home. Please, let me help them." The guardian studied her for a moment, then smiled. "Your bravery and selflessness have earned my blessing. Go, little one, and save your friends." Ruby hurried back to the floating island. The vines were frayed and flickering, but Lila quickly ground the starroot into a sparkling paste and spread it over the vines. As the paste seeped into the glowing strands, the vines grew stronger and brighter, anchoring the island firmly to the oak tree. "Ruby, you've saved our home!" Lila cried. Ruby smiled, her heart swelling with pride. "I couldn't have done it without your trust in me," she said. The Spritelings gifted Ruby a tiny crystal that glowed with the same light as their magical island. "Whenever you need help or want to visit us, this crystal will guide you," Lila said. Ruby returned to her meadow, but now she was no longer just a curious little rabbit. She was a hero, always ready for her next adventure.